Meet the world's worst puzzle designer of all time. In this clip compilation that I'm doing, you'll see this guy, Opranker, send 3 puzzles that cause a streamer to have significant mental breakdown. The quality of the puzzle is so bad in a specific way that has kept Opranker, or Opranker as I call it, in stream memory for a long time. Now, in a previous stream, like a different connection stream, Opranker made a very mid puzzle according to Samet, before Opanker's disaster puzzle. Now, if you don't know what connections is, it's basically, there's 4 hidden categories where words need to be sorted into groups of 4. It can be brute forced. It says 1 away if you have 3 of 4 of the category correct. And in this stream, the streamer was doing custom puzzles made by viewers of varying quality.
I feel like I'm having a stroke. What are you talking about?
Now, Opranker's first puzzle for the first connection stream was this. Don't put too much effort into it. I'm going to show the solution now.
Blue? What? What? Why? Why? Are these all like that?
Yes, they were all like that. The most you could say about it is it's a troll anti-joke, but so nothing. In the next connection stream, Opranker dropped this massive wall of text connections, which actually no one else has done before, but just watch the solution. I won't be commentating anymore, but just so you know, there's more to look forward to in this video. Anyway, Toad out.
I think we have 3. Okay, we've got 3. Wait. If every category is just the multiple of number of characters it is, this is like quintuple F tier. Like, it's worse than blank. And the reason is why. Anyone here play Isles of Sea and Sky? Yeah, me. You had like a creative thought was kind of put into this, because it's like, okay, they're all going to be ridiculous text and also pulled from like subject matter that is vaguely, there's like video games and maybe like the art of war and what. So you had like a cool way to unique, like the medium is inherently limited, okay? And you found a way to creatively, and like we've done blank ones where we just had to brute force, and we've also done like puzzles, like the joke's already been made where it's like, okay, 3 words or 3 letters long, 5 letters long, 6 letters long, like none of those letters long or whatever, right? And so you chose to find the idea and then execute it in like the most disappointing possible way. That also, it's like the worst of every world, and also you squandered like a unique creative idea, right? Yeah, I was the one who made the letter long connection. That's even worse, because you have no dude. It could have been so interesting. I haven't completely decided yet that I'm not banning Opranker. Fuck, man. This is like the worst version of Goodwill Hunting, you know, where there's like no lesson learned and he's an asshole. Maybe it's just one category. We're gonna find out. I can't even access the categories because of how the website is structured. I've done my connection. Nikita, thank you for the third time, but I actually have pulled it up already. So thank you for your contribution. I really appreciate it. You should feel bad. Oh my god. Copy paste in a document to measure the length. So I'm contemplating whether to ban Opanker. Thank you for playing. Fuck you very much. This is Maine. Oh, by Maine. Man, out of the frying pan, eh? 1,000 minutes on title screen. Excellent. Okay. And then the tiers were just fucking multiple of 4 characters long, multiple of 5 characters long, multiple of 6 characters long, and not a multiple of 4 or 5 or 6 characters long. And fuck. Man, that's fucked. This is so aggressively whack. Like, it was all just... And last time, Opanker... Like, we've already done this joke anyway, right? Last time, Opranker did one that was just 4 character words, 5 character words, 6 character words. Not any of those number of character words, or some shit like that, right? So you squandered the originality. This could have been peak, man. You got an A5 Wagyu ribeye and you boiled it in orange juice. That's what I'm saying. So this is what I thought when I made this tier, right? So it's not like if it was bad, it wouldn't be here. But the fact that he went to the trouble and then fucked it meant that he like robbed me of an experience of seeing that type of puzzle and being like pleasantly surprised and enamored by the concept. Now, someone might submit one that's like big walls of text and they all like have some thematic link and then there's cool crossover and that'll probably still be great, but it won't be the first time I've seen that puzzle. Could have been an all-timer. Instead, he shot the bed. I don't even, wasn't this like a terrible idea? Okay, here's the rules document. Chat, just to remind everyone. Aw, dude, I forgot how fucking insane this is. Oh, immediate regret. Okay, again, this was themed after the game Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the NES. This is one of those, wait, wasn't Opranker the motherfucker that submitted the super high effort but terrible because it was specifically so high effort, and could have been amazing, but chose to be terrible connection for the community connection stream. Opranker? That was also Opanker, right? Yes, it was. Right. So I'm overheating because I'm getting heated. This is upsetting me. Okay. Because this is very high effort. But also, it's gonna make me want to kill myself. Chat. I'm so upset by what's happening here. Hold on. Like the avian layer, they're above. Right, okay, that makes sense. Now, when they poop, do they only poop on the square that they're on? Or do they poop like adjacently? On a move, they can sing, which hits 7 random squares on the board? Okay, you're just trolling. There's no... How do you pick 7 random squares on the board? They do through... My brain isn't enjoying processing this information. When Jekyll becomes Hyde, all the pieces change. Opanker's gonna edit the first few lines of text while Samet's reading the middle. Well, he just edited the... Are you insane? I did the math, and then he changed it back. Chat. It's going to be as cursed as the connections, and we barely... And pieces can't jump over other pieces except for the king, right? Why? Whoa. How did I... Are you guys seeing this? My cursor... How did I do... My cursor is a knight. Wait, can you... How did I do this? Now it's a bishop. Whoa. I didn't know this existed. Are you seeing this? What? How long has this been a thing? If you just sit in the starting position, there's no way that any of your opponent's pieces can damage your pieces except for the singer, which hits randomly, right? So, having never played the game, just having read the moveset of the pieces, the best strategy is to just back and forth sing on and off with the singer. There's no way your opponent can turn it off. So it's just RNG. And it's not even, you have to do it like 30 times and roll 7 spaces randomly on the board for them to hit 4 times, by the way. Okay, so none of the rules matter because the pieces can't damage the other pieces. So the best strategy is just sing with the queen. Chat is saying that I should reject this challenge, but we're gonna get to the end of the rules document and then we're gonna see. Dude, I've got heartburn. What's happening? A psycho wave which travels as is shown in the image at the bottom. This is psychotic. Can we just skip to the hide part? We are at the hide part. Is that man pissing a red arrow? 3 knight moves, 3 bishop moves. Chess ball advance. Chat. The only only person that can turn you into hide is your opponent. So the best move is to do nothing. You, by the way, can do, right? If you just turn one, all you do is just move your knight away, then it moves back onto its space. You've just passed the turn. Your opponent can choose to either do damage to you, which, by the way, the only way that they can do is by using the Singer and hoping that one of the 7 random squares that it hits your queen, which the way that it does that, by the way, it would be 33-ish turns, back of the envelope calculation, of just them doing nothing but saying, I now Singer, and rolling the dice. And that would only benefit you. That's the only way your opponent can advance the board state, right? So if you do nothing, your opponent has 2 options. Not advancing the board state, which means the game doesn't progress at all, or enabling you to further your position in the to get closer to winning the game. Your opponent's two choices. Your opponent's 2 choices are either don't play the game or help you win the game. Those are the 2 options. It's turn 1 Zugzwang. Because there's no, like, you could argue, okay, Samet, wait, okay, don't be so harsh, right? The opponent can smack bees. Okay, so what if the opponent just moves beelines, takes away all of your, like, that advances the board state, right? And so let's imagine that you just keep moving your, smacking your fucking, what the fuck is this called? Let's just pretend that you're smacking your dogs into your bombers, like, perpetually, right? Always passing the turn. And so then this guy comes up, and then he, you know, the king, and then he starts gobbling up all of your pawns, right? And then he just moves straight back to where he started, okay? And then chooses to make, even then, making you hide still makes no sense, right? Smacking your dogs into your bombers is crazy. I am being done anger damage to. This is doing anger points of damage to me, and I am turning into Mr. Hyde. Like, it's so, the rules are so deeply broken that the game is actually unplayable. Hyde can't damage the Jekyll versions of other pieces? That's even worse. Real Jekyll and Hyde chess was the trolling of Samet we did along the way. This is unplayable? This isn't, even if you tried to play this, it's not like, it doesn't make sense. Where does it say that? Seem to not state that in the document. Right. The best opening to the game is still literally to just take your Jekyll and eliminate all of the opponent's bees. You clearly didn't playtest this. Chat, we can't play this. Despite the effort that went into this. The game is called Retcon Chess. Didn't you read the name of the document? Why is there a dot after doctor but not after Mr.? Chat. This is so insanely similar to the Connections, where it was like kind of a good idea and effort was put in, but it was like just the idea. Like, the execution was like so upsettingly terrible. Like, it could have been a work of art, but instead it was a waste of life. Hey Samet, how's it hanging? Hi Roy. I'm just gonna defenestrate myself. Opanker, listen. Okay. Opanker, we're gonna pretend here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pretend that Opranker is on B6. Okay? Someone's gonna be hanging soon by the sound of Samet. We are going to random number generator without replacement. Don't allow duplicate numbers. How many random numbers? Give me 7 random numbers between 1 and 64. Okay? We're gonna be running this. If our Singer hits Opranker, who's currently on B6, well, we're just gonna see what happens. Opranker, you narrowly avoided getting banned. Okay? Congratulations. Mark this as complete. And if you want to submit something where literally it is like playable as a game, exactly your Connections puzzle. It could have been the best puzzle I've received all. I can't believe I read these rules for like an hour of my life. Can we play a game for the lols? No. If nothing else, the Connections puzzle was intentional. Yeah, but If it was an intentional troll, that wasn't so much of an issue. The problem was that it was so original. Like, it could have been one of the best connections that I've seen, but instead it was a complete waste of my time. That's why the connections puzzle was so egregious. If it was a bad troll, it would have been so much worse, but you like had this original idea. It's hard to make original concepts for a limited art form like connections. Having them all be massive like walls of text was actually brilliant, because then you have to piece together. It's kind of different because the theme expresses itself in like a different way, and I just really like that about it. This just means we can use 10K to make Cement read anything for an hour? No. And then you start like moving everything forward, although these bees do... these bees literally have a random walk, by the way. Do you know how hard it is for a random walk to move forward? Like, there has... You know how many... You have to sit... Like... You have to win so many like coin tosses for any of your bee pieces to reach your opponent's most only vulnerable piece. Chat, we're moving on. Yeah, but for bees to be useful, because all bees can do pieces can't hurt other pieces, right? Which is insane in concept, by the way, because the only thing that Jekyll can interact with as pieces are the opponent's bees. We're moving on. We're moving on. Also, what the fuck? Opanker for the challenge. You clearly put a lot of time and effort into this. I do like how the pieces kind of correspond to how they're in the game. That's actually the reason I hate this so much. Wait! Pajama Sam 5. Okay, what is this? Yeah, but I want Narik to be here. We've not? Okay, hold on. Opanker, this is Opanker's opportunity to redeem himself, chat. Hold on. I think I've downloaded this already. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, Pajama Sam is a beloved edutainment game published by Humongous Entertainment. They made 4 of them, and then Opranker submitted this thing called Pajama Sam 5, okay? Loading. Give me a moment. What is this? Pajama Sam 5, The Doors of Doom. Is this music gonna get me copyright struck, by the way? Is there... What engine is this in? Can I resize the window? Is that gonna break the game? I can. Okay. How do we play this? This looks like I Want to Be the Guy. Okay. Hi, Kika. This sounds like I Want to Be the Guy. How do... Okay, click WASD. Arrow keys, enter, space. Escape. Escape, just exit it. Right. Do I check the spoilers? How do I play the game? Try shift, arrow keys to move. Shift. Shift worked. Is this just a different game? Oh, that looks like Pajama Sam. But like the most bit crushed Pajama Sam of all time. Okay, shift. Why is Pajama Sam so tiny? Does he scale poorly with the... No, he's just tiny. Is this just I Want to Be the Guy? Shift to jump, Z to shoot. Is this just I Want to Be the Guy? But the sprite for the guy It's merely made in the same engine? You can't even make it to the... You can't jump high enough? There's a double jump, chat. There's a double jump. Okay, cool. Okay. The door, level 1, the door. Yes? Level 2, the door, but it's closed. Level 3, the unlocking. Level 4, remote control. Now I use the arrows to control the key. And when it hits the door, okay. Level 5. I need to turn this shit down. Chat, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. What? Why is this made in the I Wanna Be the Guy engine? How is this Pajama Sam? Okay, wait, slippery key. So here, how do we click? Oh, but it... Is this key doing a random walk? Is this key doing a random walk when I click it? You know how unlikely it is for this to ever reach the door unless you've waited the random walk? Or maybe these are pre-programmed. Chat, so much effort was put into this. Chat, I'm gonna go fucking crazy. It never took me longer than 5 minutes. It just reset. Opanker, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, so what, who hurt you? Did you go from one of Opanker's? The music stopped. Wait. If we size... No, it just scales, so it doesn't even... The window and the music stopped. Like, you're supposed to play this as a one-off months ago, but leaving it in the queue gave this game a weight Opanker wasn't waiting on. I don't want the challenges to be predicated... Opanker, is this a literal random walk? What if it goes off screen? I assume that it can't go off screen. I think if it goes off screen, it resets. It is? Chat. Chat, I'm gonna cry. I've played through this game a lot of times and it never took that long. There's nothing else that I could be doing than just clicking this. Do you guys remember when the channel point system first happened? And like Alex Bay programmed chess ball, right? David made entanglement chess. Mage made Monopoly chess, random walk. Window size might be affecting it. Why would window size be affecting it? Also, you know I stream. Why would you test the game at the smallest size? It's gonna move off the fucking... I normally play games in that size. Chat, we're gonna try to... Okay, if if window size is affecting it, this should help, right? Although there's no, it doesn't make any sense actually why this should change the physics at all. Does it matter where you click it? No. I've checked. It's just random. Chat, making it smaller is not helping. Not that size? Why would it... Okay, let's try this size. I don't know what default size is. You played it very horizontal, but not... If you horizontal, it doesn't even... It's gated by the... Okay, let's try it at default size. I'm capturing my full screen, so every time I exit out of it, I don't know why it destroys the capture. Let's try it at default size. The door, but it's closed. The unlocking. Remote control. Slippery key. Okay, window size doesn't matter. I genuinely feel like I'm in a hellish liminal space. Right? Where I'm just... Okay, that's fucking troll. We had a good run there for a second. Every time you facepalm, add an hour to the ban. Right-clicking does nothing. And before we mercy kill this, and the next request is also by Opanker, I wanted to give him a chance. I'm trying to play this, like, in good faith. Was this a 10K or a 30K challenge, by the way? This was 30K. Opanker, do you have any idea how... This is literally the bees from Jekyll and Hyde chess. This game is awesome. How much more time does it make sense to waste on this? Do the other difficulties do anything? It literally never took me this long. Punker could have reskinned the key into a chess piece. No more time? No, because I want to like really try. Wait. Yes. Okay, that only took like 15 minutes. Splitting paths, always go right. Brute force. Lock. Hint, it's close to a power of 2. The sequels really don't hold up, do they? Okay. 1. 0. 2. 3. Is it 69? 420. This is the 7. Close to a power of 2. 4. 5. For Pajama Sam 5. 9. Close to a power of 2. Okay. Let's try. 15. 17. 1,000 is close to a power of 2. Let's just put 33. 35. 34. 31. 30. 63. 65. Opanker, what's the password? Do we just read the spoilers document? Borrowed assets. Door music, Echo the Dolphin. Pajama Sam, I search Pajama Sam. Doors, I hate this game. Keys, I want a lockpick. Pre-boss music, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warp. There's a boss? What the? Okay, so this is secret ending. Okay, so this is just credits. Opanker, I forgot. I'm not gonna brute force this any longer. I need the password or I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. 254? It wasn't even one off of a power of 2. You psychopath. Okay, the maze. Okay, you can't touch the edges. At least this one is skill-based, right? The Door's Revenge. It could have been 3 off. You guys are so lucky that I'm so generous. I want you guys to succeed. I want to validate you, to assume that you want us to have fun. Okay, how do I pass level 9? Opanker, I feel like I can't Saul Goodman you out of this ban. What are the other difficulties even? Press escape? That's very funny. Opanker, just wait an hour? I mean, at least he made this. Right-click the door? You fucking psycho. Okay, do we have a bow on? Save? I would like to save, please. Or it's... What shoots? It's Z to shoot. Does that mean I saved? I assume this means I saved. What? Do we click this? Yes. This is a boss. Okay, now it's a bullet hell game. Right. What am I even playing? At least there's gameplay, okay? Has he ever tried the impossible game? I don't think so. I think there are a lot of games that go by that name. Wait, I shouldn't go there. Probably I should go there and then follow. Wait, but how do you... I played the impossible quiz back in my time. Hold on. Is there... Okay. Do we want to stay here? Is there... Here? Can we ever cross over? Oh! How... What? Chat, why? Sorry, I just can't get over... Can you hit... No, you can't hit the missiles. The impossible quiz, yes, that's the vibe that I'm getting. Sorry, chat. Maybe this way is the way? Although I feel like it shouldn't matter. This gives us more time. Maybe we want it to be further... Wait, you're always gonna get hit. There's no way... I guess it's spinning counterclockwise? Okay. God, hold on. I gotta ban this guy. I have to survive all of this? I've never been more upset by a pair of challenges on the history of the stream. To make it worth, because I'm appreciative that Opranker is a part of our community and gained enough channel points to challenge me to this in the first place. Instead of just deleting the challenge and banning him from my channel. also serve as a great screensaver on the second monitor. You know, what I aspired to the day that I decided to go live for the first time was to become second monitor fodder. That feels great. If you ever want a content creator to feel, you know, they're not wasting their time, just tell them they're second monitor fodder. Getting mad at cursed things is something even the background audio watchers can appreciate. Nobody can say we didn't play Opanker's games, because we definitely did. Mark that one complete. Whew. All right. Does Opranker have a third challenge? I'm afraid to check.
One other thing, you may have noticed the streamer has a monitor, and this is for viewer images. And you need to drop 100k channel points to get an image on there. Unfortunately, I don't have video of this. The VOD expired when I remembered to get footage. But Opranker suggested this anonymously hiding place. I think it was like meme edited or something, but I don't even know. And that was the first image that ever got rejected by Samet for putting on the monitor. It's so Opranker. The final Opranker-centered clip that I have to show you is when Samet was doing a viewer alignment chart and basically evaluating every viewer of chat.
Opranker, okay. Has Opranker terrorized me with his content? Yes. Consistently? Yes. Also, yes. On purpose? I have always asked myself this question. It's really hard to say. Placing Opranker on this, I said it before, but for anyone who missed it, I feel like placing Opranker on this, like doing a deep dive, placing him on this alignment chart could be like my dissertation. It's really hard to say. I mean, I think that he must do it on purpose, but he has sufficient plausible deniability, which like is well played. You know, you earned the goodwill in one way or another. And also because the ways that I'm terrorized aren't malicious. They're like, in many ways, Opranker is a force that I think Icely wishes he could be, but can't help himself in terms of the overt activity, right? Opranker has a restraint to him to where he picks and chooses his battles, and that makes them hit in like such a way. They're like these depth charges that we stumble into, so can't summon the degree of lethality. You know, it matters if it's on purpose. It does matter if it's on purpose. Schrodinger's Opranker. I mean, that always was a dimension. Opranker actions have sent such titanic ripples like a black hole merger throughout the cosmos, right? The fabric of our content has been influenced strongly by a few pebbles dropped into the otherwise still pond surface of the stream. Where do we put Opranker? He's such a fucking menace, bro. Okay, here's what I have to ask myself. Is Opranker ever supportive? No. Can't wait to see what my favorite streamer will put me on this chart. Hi, Opranker. I did call you my favorite streamer at the start of this very stream. Doesn't help. Doesn't help. Opranker, okay. That means Opranker is chaotic neutral. You know what? No, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy. Because he's, as a force, he's not inherently antagonistic. As a no, that is the hallmark of who Opranker is as a force, right? Hard chaotic, even though it is participatory in the system of what I offer. As like, you know, it's just the redeems, right? He won't post random shit in chat for me to be like, oh, and then like insist that I look at them or whatever. But he'll challenge me to Pajama Sam 5. And it's just like a carbon copy of some other like skill bullet hell game or whatever. Or something, right? I don't even remember what the fuck it was, bro. He'll write out the rules to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the NES chess, which is like inherently kind of responsive to the David chess variant, but then he'll just post it and then he just won't say anything. And it'll be, no, I mean, it's Opanker is chaotic neutral. Opanker is chaotic neutral. He's chaos embodied, dog. Serious Sam or Pajama Sam? Pajama Sam. Pajama Sam 5. Which doesn't exist. But he said, I challenge you to Pajama, and then sent me a Google Drive link to a game that was just a reskinned. It was crazy, man. He's unhinged neutral. He's unhinged neutral. I don't know what. There's another axis that Opranker is at the extreme of. I don't know what the that axis is, man. Opranker axis, the Pajama Sam 5 axis. Whatever it is, it's high art. You know? But dude, the number of and what gets me the most, I think the others are like, you could argue are either low effort shitposting. Okay, you could argue that the challenges are, I'm getting so worked up. You could argue that the other they're either high effort shitposts or low effort shitposts, depending on your like gauge, on your barometer of like effort, right? Whatever. Like but it's obviously trolling, right? Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the NES chess is obviously trolling. It's like, dumb joke, here you go. Let me like format it, send it in. It's like relevant to the, right? Pajama Sam 5 is like obviously dumb joke. It's like, no, I won't call it Dadaism because it doesn't have, it's not Dadaism is what's crazy about it, right? In terms of like its aims and anyway. And it's not cubism. It's definitely not orphism. His submissions to the connections are they get me the most, man. Not once, but twice has he displayed like clear, like creative talent and then opted. It's like if you made a clay sculpture that's like got this stunning perspective on like imagery that's a unique lens and interpretation of like the medium, and before you fire it you take a shit and you just smash it into the middle so that no one can appreciate it as either, right? It's so unhinged that it's like, it's not, you can't even call it shit posting because like it's not clear what the goal is. It's just lack of hinge. Chess Battle Advanced, sorry for being late, it's my birthday. Hey, congrats, bro, happy birthday. And that sounds like a lot of fun. I have creative talent to exclusively troll you. The aura of Pajama Sam 5 and Opranker was not that Pajama Sam 5 was a reskin, but that some of the brute force levels inside it are there. Right. I forgot about that. Dude, I forgot about that part of Pajama. Reminded me of the parts of Pajama Sam 5 that are unhinged. Dude, there's the level that it's just does a random walk and reset. A 2D random. One of the levels hinges on a 2D random walk, and I asked him if he implemented it in a way that made sense, and he was like, oh, I just got it in one try, which is clearly not. You know what? You know what? You fucked up by making Pajama Sam 5, Opranker. There was a chink in the armor. You let your true face show through, because under no circumstances, that was the day that I understood you're definitely doing it on purpose, because you're too creative to be that much of a fucking imbecile, right? So you knew you had to know, and it was like one step too far to where the plausible deniability was like, it was tarnished. You made one slip up as like the Kira as the light Yagami to my L. That's where you fucked it. That was enough for me to go off of to understand what really was going on, but I still stuck with it. This is like Columbo catching a criminal based on his slip up. That's what I'm saying. Aligned strat sharp player. Strat sharp player. Solver 465 has entered. Gaussian will look like this, right? A Lorentzian will look like this. But there's the drop off in the tails is slower, but the decay is stronger here. Can you make a Lorentzian and only circle both tails, please? That's so fucking stupid. That's so dumb. Fight. Wait, is there a chess battle advanced joke in here, maybe? Wow. I give up, man. It's so fucking stupid. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know what I expected, but I did not expect this. Lazy app, but I respect it.